Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Welcome back, fellow Night Radiants, to the channel. And today we have another episode of Car Mechanic Simulators. And today we are going to repair Santa's mobile. There we go. Merry Christmas, everybody. And I hope you all have a lovely holiday. So today we are working on Santa's, basically hobby mobile, or basically go around when he is not going on his sledge, going around the delivering packages. So he said to me, "Hey, Nitrate, I need to get this repaired because, when everything is done, I have to cruise around, get a little bit of fun and get everything ready. So make it as powerful as possible and repaint it red with green and white. To do whatever you want with it, and I will reward you." So there we go. We got a nice little project. So first thing what we're gonna do is to strip down this whole thing back to its bare chassis and repair the whole body, and then we're gonna do a big upgrade on the engine because we have changes. So currently we have a V8 OHV and he wanted the V8 2-carb OHV supercharged. So Santa wants some power in this thing. So let's get right into stripping this puppy down, shall we? Let's go.
1. Origins in the 1930s and 1940s. The birth of a culture. Hot rodding traces its roots back to Southern California in the late 1930s during the Great Depression. Young car enthusiasts began modifying old cars, often lightweight Ford Model Ts or Model As, to make them faster and more stylish. Early modifications included removing fenders, chopping roofs, and replacing stock engines with more powerful alternatives. The term hot rod likely originated from hot roadster, referencing modified two-door roadsters that were popular at the time. These stripped-down vehicles were used for racing on the dry lake beds of California, particularly the Muroc and El Mirage lake beds, where speed was king. Talk 2. Post-war boom in the 1940s and 1950s. The return of World War II veterans in the mid-1940s played a pivotal role in the hot rod movement. Many veterans brought back mechanical skills learned during the war and applied them to car customization. The availability of surplus parts, combined with a booming economy, made car ownership and modification more accessible. This era also saw the rise of organizations like the Southern California Timing Association, SCTA, which organized racing events. The SCTA helped formalize speed trials and brought legitimacy to the burgeoning hot rod culture. Magazines like Hot Rod, founded in 1948 by Robert E. Peterson.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the fully stripped hobby car of Santa Claus. There we go. Now, let's see, a weld job. There we go, put you over here, awesome. And now, use equipment, 1300 buckadooroos, nice. Well, I do have to get it towards the wash bay, so let's get it over towards the wash bay right now. And when I got back from the wash bay, I will see you right after.
The next day.
And there we go, nice and clean. So we're gonna leave this one right over here, and now let's get right in towards the engine. So I already prepared the engine, and there you go, there you have it, the big engine with the big blower on top. So now let's get to building, but first I'm gonna clean up some parts and repair some parts, and I will see you when we are start building.
3. The Golden Age. The 1950s and 1960s. Hot rods became a mainstream phenomenon during the 1950s and 1960s. The designs evolved from simple speed-focused vehicles to intricate machines showcasing craftsmanship and individuality. Chrome detailing, pinstriping, and custom paint jobs became common as aesthetics gained importance alongside performance. The development of drag racing paralleled the rise of hot rodding. Tracks like the NHRA, National Hot Rod Association, founded in 1951, legitimized drag racing as a sport, offering a safer alternative to street racing. Hot rods transitioned from being renegade vehicles of rebellion to a cornerstone of American automotive culture. Additionally, Detroit automakers began to take notice. Cars like the Chevrolet Bel Air, Ford Thunderbird, and Plymouth Barracuda emerged as factory-built performance vehicles that catered to hot rod enthusiasts. 4. The decline and transformation in the 1970s and 1980s. The 1970s brought challenges for hot rodding. Rising insurance costs, stricter emissions regulations, and a focus on fuel economy due to the oil crisis dampened the appeal of modified cars. Muscle cars, which had stolen some of the hot rod thunder in the 1960s, also declined during this era. However, The culture persisted. Hot rodders adapted by focusing on restoring classic cars from the 1930s and 1940s or pivoting to muscle cars from the 1960s. Events like car shows, swap meets, and organizations like Good Guys Rod and Custom Association kept the community alive. The 1980s saw a resurgence of interest in hot rods thanks to nostalgia and a renewed appreciation for classic American engineering. The rise of pro street cars, which blended drag racing aesthetics with street-legal functionality, further reinvigorated the scene. 5. The modern era, 1990s to present. Hot rodding entered a new era of innovation in the 1990s and beyond. Advances in technology allowed for more sophisticated modifications. Modern hot rods often blend classic designs with cutting-edge engineering, such as computer-controlled fuel injection, independent suspensions, and turbocharging. The rat rod movement also emerged, celebrating a raw, unfinished aesthetic that contrasted with the polished show cars of earlier decades.
And there we go, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the powerhouse of Santa's hobbymobile. Wow, look at this engine, it's huge. It's supercharged and it's gonna make a lot of power. So now let's carry it over towards Santa's mobile. Oh god, this thing is heavy. Come on, get it, come on. Ooh. I hope Santa is gonna have a lot of fun with this engine because, oh my god, it's heavy and it was a good build. So, let's go. Oof. There we go. Okay, install the new engine. There we go. Oof. Wow. Look at this unit sitting in here. Wow, what a unit. Okay, now let's put you back. There we go. And let's continue with the build, shall we? Go rock and roll, and let's see what Santa thinks of it at the end of the video. He told me that we could give it a little spin when we have it finished. So that's certainly what we are going to do. Now let's continue restoring this beautiful car.
The rat rod scene is a unique offshoot of traditional hot rodding, characterized by its raw, unfinished aesthetic and a celebration of creativity over conventional perfection. Emerging in the late 1980s and early 1990s, rat rods were a reaction to the polished and expensive show cars that had come to dominate the hot rod world. Enthusiasts sought to return to the roots of hot rodding by building cars that were accessible, individualistic, and unpretentious. Key features of rat rods. 1. Aesthetic philosophy, function over form, or vice versa. Rat rods often embrace a rough around the edges look, eschewing high-gloss paint jobs and chrome finishes in favor of rusted panels, bare metal, and weathered patinas. These imperfections are celebrated, giving each vehicle a distinctive, lived-in personality. Popular design choices include exposed welds and rivets, mismatched parts and panels, minimalist interiors, often with improvised materials like old seats or repurposed objects, custom touches, such as gearshift knobs made from wrenches, skulls, or vintage objects. 2. Mechanical creativity. Rat rods are often Frankenstein-like creations, pieced together from an eclectic mix of parts sourced from junkyards, swap meets, or garage leftovers. Builders might combine parts from various makes, models, and even eras. For example, using an old tractor grill as a front-end design element. Swapping engines to create unpredictable and powerful setups, such as pairing a 1930s Ford body with a modern Chevy V8 engine. Incorporating non-automotive elements like chains, beer taps, or vintage tools into the car's design. 3. Purpose-built engineering. While rat rods may look rough, many are mechanically sound and built for performance. They are designed to be driven, unlike some show cars that rarely see the open road. The exposed mechanical components and oversized engines often hint at their raw power.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the fully restored Santa mobile. There we go. Now, what we are going to do right now is go to the paint shop and let's see what we can do, if we can fulfill Santa's request. So, let's do a wheel alignment and I will see you in the paint shop.
1 season later.
So, here we are in the paint shop. Now, let's see what we can do. Yes, I want it, of course. Let's give it a go. So we do have a factory color that is pink, but we do want like a nice red. We have a bright red, gloss, maybe solid, no, metallic. Yeah, that's very, very nice. Now, do we have like liveries or something? Yes, we do. We have one. We have this one. Okay, not so much. We have rusted. We have flames. Like it. Nice. We have blue flames. And we have number 6 with a number on it. And we have none. I think I'm going with the flames. That is a very nice. Although I wish I could paint some different colors, but saturation, brightness, okay, that is that. Oh, there we go. That's a much more brighter red. So let's paint it this way. There we go. And there it is. Santa's fast hobby mobile. There we go. Now let's go over towards the dyno and let's see how much power it makes, and then we go for a little spin. So here we are at the dyno. Now let's see, we make a standard power of 290 horsepower at 4260 rpm, and we make 555 newton meters of torque at 2805 rpm. And now let's see how much power this is going to make. There we go, power is going. You hear it? Yeah, that's really going up. Oh, you hear that? Oh my god. Santa's gonna love this one. So we make a currently 557 horsepower at 2290 rpm, and that's an increase of 267 horsepower at a 93% increase. Oh my god. And we make 1045 newton meters of torque at 2825 rpm. That's an increase of 490 newton meters at a 89% increase. So that is a very torquey car. Now let's go over and see this one in sunlight.
5 minutes later.
So there we are outside. Very nice color actually. Very popping red. I think he likes it. Now let's go over and sit down. There we go. A little bit difficult. Now let's start the car and hear it. Now that's a really angry car. Now let's go over towards the drive, shall we? Let's see how this car runs. So here we are at the speed track. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Okay, let's see. How fast does it go? Oh my god, it is torquey. It is very torquey. Oh my god. I cannot keep it straight. I've got to tap the gas to get a nice acceleration. Okay, there we go. Now it's going straight. Oh my god, this thing is fast. This thing is going. And it's redlining at 223. Yeah, 223 kilometers an hour. Okay, braking is good. No, come on. Well, I think that says enough. So let's get the ride back towards the workshop and let's show it to Santa.
The next day.
So we are back from the test drive and now let's see how are the stats of the car. So we do have a fully 100% car, nicely restored, nice color combination, and we do have a very big engine with what's making 557 horsepower and 1045 newton meters of torque with a supercharged 2-carburetor V8. So now, did we miss any parts? Probably not, because we have a 100% car. Like I said, they're very nice. I did not forget something this time. Let's go. And now let's see, how much can we sell it for to Santa? And the question is, a nice decent amount of profit can we make. So the maximum value of the car is 87,805 credits, and we make a profit of 67,220 credits for this beautiful hot rod in Santa's hot rod. And he also told me he is going to buy this truck as well, so he can deliver more packages this time. Maybe the elves is going to drive this, or Miss Santa Claus is going to drive, but this one is for Santa himself. So let's get right into selling the paperwork and let's go. So sell this vehicle. Yes, we want to sell this vehicle. There we go. Thank you very much, Santa. And this one also a very nice truck. If you haven't seen the video of this one, I will leave it in the pinned comment or at the top right corner. And now let's get right into selling this one. We can sell this one for a total of 158,077 credits, and we make a profit of 146,225 credits. Thank you very much, Santa. Like I said, he is going to reward me. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a very nice Merry Christmas. Speaking of that, I have already been preparing also over here at the garage itself, getting the lights ready, getting the Christmas tree ready, putting the socks everywhere. Yeah, I have so many socks that I just put them everywhere. And yeah, I wish you a very Merry Christmas to all of you. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, like, that would be awesome. And if you have anything to say, tips, tricks, just something you want to let me know, leave it down in the comments down below. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody, and a Merry Christmas.